Welcome to my table, everybody. My name is Heather Jennings. I'm a certified mental health life coach. I hold a master's degree in counseling, and I also am a former personal trainer. And we talk about faith, fitness, and fun. And so today we're going to talk in the faith section part of that, and I'm going to offer you 5 tips towards a healthier attitude. So I want to jump right in, but I would like to say, if you are new to my channel, thank you for your time here today. If you are a subscriber, thank you for taking time with me today also. So the first tip we're going to talk about is surrendering your heart to God. So in James 4:7 it says, "So humble yourselves before God, resist the devil." So in context of that verse, a few verses before that in 1-6, James is discussing the root causes of bickering and fighting. Yeah, none of us know what that's like, right? So bickering and fighting among believers, no less. So they're identifying them as stemming from evil desires from within them. And so James is emphasizing the importance of humility and drawing near to God. Because when we do this, well, it leads us to verse 4. He advises we're to be humble before God so that we can resist the devil and the devil will flee from us. So surrendering our hearts to God, it reminds me of Deuteronomy chapter 6, where we are supposed to give our heart, mind, soul, body, strength to the Lord. And that's what He wants, our heart. So moving right along, before I give you tip number 2, I wanted to read from a commentary from Tony Evans' study Bible. That's this Bible that I'm using. And this is so cool. It says, the Spirit's joy, presence, and power will not be yours if you make Him sad when you open your mouth. When I read that today, you guys, I just thought, my goodness, when I open my mouth, I want the Lord to not be sad when I open my mouth. I want Him to be proud of me. I want me to represent Him well. And let me just tell you, that can be a struggle sometimes. And so that really struck me today. All right, point number 2. Recognizing spiritual warfare. Do you guys struggle with spiritual warfare? Do you know what spiritual warfare is? For those of you that do, we know Ephesians 6:10-18, putting on the armor of God. That's going to help us. We put on the breastplate of righteousness, the helmet of salvation, the sword of the Spirit, the shield of faith, the belt of truth, and our feet fitted ready for peace. And when we put that on every day, of course, it's a metaphor speaking of our spiritual armor, being prayed up. We've got our salvation. We are righteous before God as believers. We've got the word to speak the truth and to combat the fiery arrows that the devil throws our way. So it's preparing for battle every day. So sharing a personal story. Oh, before I share a personal story, I'm reminded on my notes to talk about 2 Corinthians 10:3-5. We have the power within us to demolish strongholds. I encourage you all to look these verses up and commit them to memory. These are so powerful, you guys, because we have the power within us to demolish strongholds. That's not the whole verse, but it's a piece of it. But as believers, we have the power within us because we have the Spirit dwelling inside our hearts, and we have the power within us to be able to demolish these strongholds of anger and bitterness and all these things that really hold on to. So sharing a personal story, I told you that I would. Sharing a personal story. So not too long ago, I have a close relative of mine that we are not seeing eye to eye. We're not doing very well. And there was an incident where this person was intoxicated, and I have not seen them for over a year. And we were at this event, and this person came to me to engage me. I'm sorry, actually it was the other way around. I engaged this person out of love. That was my heart. I went out of love. And anyway, long story short, it ended up in anger. Both of us, I didn't say things I didn't mean. I actually spoke truth, and it's very sad. What I really should have done is not said anything at all. I should have not engaged this person. I have already repented of it. And some of the language that I used was, let's just say, made the Lord sad. Okay. So I know better. My emotions got the best of me because of who this person is. And that's not an excuse. And so I had to repent of that. And moving forward, when I engage this person, I need to do a better job. And so with that said, my goodness, you can shut down an argument quicker than anything by just in love saying, I'm not going to engage that right now because you're intoxicated and now's not the right time or place. So moving forward, number 3, be kind to everyone. Being kind, we have the power and the ability to lift people up or tear them down with our words, with our actions. And this stems from an attitude of our heart. And so being kind to someone is like bringing someone a gift. Ephesians 4:32 says, be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other just as Christ forgave you. And so I encourage you just to continue to be kind. Who can you be kind to today? Number 4, stay calm. Staying calm. I'm going to share a secret with you. Remaining calm is a superpower. You guys, you give no fuel to the fire. There's nowhere for it to go. If you're married, if you're, siblings, your parents, whatever, if someone's getting heated and you remain calm, it's not that you're arrogant. You're not giving place to the argument if it's nonsensical. And so this is encouraging. John 14:27, peace I leave you, my peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled and do not be afraid. You guys, God gives us peace. Jesus came to be peace. He leaves his peace with us. He doesn't give as the world gives. So he says, don't let your hearts be troubled and don't be afraid. There's some power there. All right, number 5, keep serving those you love. Mark 10:45 says, for even the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve and to give his life as a ransom for many. Like Jesus came to serve us, you guys. Even before Judas betrayed him, before Jesus went to the cross and died an insufferable death, he washed Judas's feet as a symbol. He came to serve those that were lost. All right, that brings me to my bonus tip. And because you all stayed all the way through, this bonus tip may shock you, but ready? Love your enemies. I know. Mark 6:35 says, but love your enemies, do good to them, and lend to them without expecting to get anything back. Then your reward will be great, and you will be children of the Most High, because he is kind to the ungrateful and wicked. Be merciful, just as your Father is merciful. The sentence that really got me was, because he is kind to the ungrateful and the wicked. That's challenging for me, because who am I? If my Maker can be kind and show kindness and mercy to the ungrateful and the wicked, how much more can I show kindness to my husband when we're not well, to my parents, to my family, to my siblings, to the stranger on the street, anyone? We can do it, you guys. Thank you so much for spending time with me today, you guys. If today's message encouraged you, please go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this with someone who needs it. And in the meantime, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks so much. Stay safe. Bye.